Hello everyone, Caleb here, and happy April Fool's Day. And today, I'm going to do my top 5 worst Brenner era episodes. So, without that away, let's get chugging. Number 5. The fastest red engine on Sodor. After Rosie had been repainted, she and James decided to have a race. But after James's near miss, Rosie told James that he needs his brakes fixed properly. Now, let me get this straight. I like Rosie's red livery, but she didn't explain us why she got repainted red. Was it because she's tired of her old color? Did they run out of her old paint? Or the lavender is too dangerous for a girl engine like her? I personally wouldn't mind exclamation because continuity of Thomas the Tank Engine is kinda important. And here's a problem when James is running out of brake fluid. Metal? In case you're not wondering, brake fluid is only for road vehicles including cars, right? Well, in real life, I think train locomotives can use brake fluids. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Also, I like the crash scene, but why would Sir Topham Hatt blame James for this? It's not his fault. His brakes have failed. Number 4. Duck in the water. Where do I begin? I mean, Duck should have been in the water with his firebox shut, so that it won't get soaked. And James should know better to pull Rocky without his crane arm secured. In fact, Rocky's crane arm just knocked down a signal. Well, this episode is bad and needs some rewriting. Number 3. Stuck in gear. This episode is about Harvey who got his tree branch stuck to his gear. And Harvey should know better than to run along like that because it's too dangerous. Also, I like Harvey's derailment, but I think it was Harvey's driver that was causing this problem. And I really need to see Emily crash into the tree because I love train crashes. But credit where credit's due, because I like to cause train crashes in my favorite train games. Number 2. Signals crossed. Why is Toby scared? He's been to Knapford Junction before. And Toby doesn't know which signal is his. And the biggest problem is, it would have to be a lot of signals. Look, I don't despise traffic lights 100%. I can relate to Toby because I couldn't remember which traffic light is mine sometimes. But luckily I got help from people. Also, I like the ending of Signals Crossed because it's very sweet. Before I get to number 1, here's a honorable/dishonorable mention. Gordon runs dry. It would have been number 5. And besides, I enjoyed this episode that despite the fact in real life, Gordon would probably explode when his boiler leaks water. But I understand that they didn't show this because, I don't want Gordon to die either. And the number 1 worst Brenner era episode is A Shed for Edward. Well, I think this is a final episode of the Brenner era because it's a prologue to Big World Big Adventures. While Tip of Sheds was being rebuilt, Edward had to sleep at Wellsworth with Philip. But Philip is supposed to be at Nafford, where he works. And why would he keep Edward up all night? That's not fair. After Tib of Sheds was finally finished, Edward decided to stay at Wellsworth Sheds to keep Philip company. And my reaction was, you just want to stay at Wellsworth Sheds with that annoying diesel engine? Come on! If someone keeps me up all night, I wouldn't want to sleep with them again. And the worst part of it is, after Edward leaves with Philip, Emily said, "Gee, I wonder who'll replace him." Honestly, this ending could have been a lot better if there was a tearful goodbye in some kind. You know, as much as I don't like Signals Crossed, at least it has a satisfying ending. This doesn't. It just shows that Edward's happy to be with Philip, and the rest of his steam team didn't seem to care. What a horrible ending. Do you see that the Unlucky Tug hates this episode the most? Overall, these episodes are bad, but not as bad as the Camp Carl. Heck, I could say the same thing about the Hit Era episodes, which I already done a video on. But remember, every good era has its flaws, and every bad era has its positives too. No matter how good or bad something is for Thomas, it's never perfect. I can promise you that. Now tell me in the comments below. And feel free to like these episodes that I dislike. That's your opinion, and I can respect it. This is Caleb Tucker, signing off.